Hello and welcome to the Halo Forge epidemic. This is Oakley HiDef and I'm here to bring you the highly anticipated gun show that I've been talking to you guys about. So it's finally here. I've been working on it for a while and I've come up with a series of guns that are all interesting, detailed, and I brought them to you at a good and reasonable price, doing the best of my efforts to bring the price down and the number of objects down in each gun. So I'll start presenting those to you. So in the back you can see the two I've already showed you guys how to make. And now we're going to start with the smallest gun in the series. So you throw down a barricade large like this, then you fuse a 1x1 block like this on the back, and then one on the bottom, just to give it a structure. Then in the front you're going to stick on two antenna pieces like that to make the gun. So this is one of the small turrets. Now over here we're going to do another one, and again you're going to want to start with your barricades. Here I use one, and over here I'm going to put two, touching each other just like this at a height a little like that. Then again I use the blocks to make a sort of a core structure to this. Then I use a decorative piece here, teleporter frame to block off the back and the front, and then I add the antennas for the gun parts. And then down here on the bottom I'm going to add a submerged platform. It's in the platform section. It's a walkway large here. I just have a corner of the bottom of it right there, and then what I'm going to do is add another kind of circle around it to add some detail. Now over here I'm making another one slightly larger than that one. Again, barricade large up top. Then I'm going to once again use the platform piece here. Here the bottom is sticking straight up. Then I'm going to put two blocks 1x2s on each side to give it a nice sloping side to it instead of having a big block, rectangular block. So this one's going to be a little different. Then in the platform section I add a sniper nest submerged coming up through here, and then one in the back sticking up and down. Then in the front what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some antennas to make the sort of the gun barrels sticking out like that, and that's a little small compared to the whole object, so I'm going to add railings to add a bit more to the gun to make it a little larger. Now over here I'm going to scale up one more time to make another gun. Now this time I'm using crates instead of barricades, so these pieces are going to be on the sides. Then I use two of these struts sort of fused together facing either side, then one up top, and then now I'm going to add another part to build onto this. This is the main sort of housing mechanism for it, for where the rounds come out of. Then I put these blocks here on either side. Then I add the railings up front to be once again the gun barrels. And then I'm going to add a teleporter frame right there. And then over here I'm putting in a brace tunnel sticking straight down, and then one sticking straight up. So the one sticking down adds some support to it. It looks like it's built into the ground. And then the second one, let me actually pull that out for you guys. I put it like this down here in such a way that you have these two things here sticking up, going into the block, so it looks like it's supporting it there, and then this middle piece is actually supporting it like that. So there you go. We've gone from small to medium, large, and then extra large right there. And I'll talk about each of those. So let's talk about pricing, I guess, first off. So in the back here, these two that I've showed you how to make, this one here costs $420, and the one on the right costs about $600. So those are pretty expensive. They're highly detailed, they look nice, so go ahead and use them on your maps, but be careful with the price. Now over here, a small one. This is probably the cheapest in the whole gun show. It's made of just two blocks, one barricade, and two decorative pieces, so that comes out to be about, or exactly, $170. So that's very cheap. And you can throw this on your defenses on top of a bunker just to give it a kind of simple turret, or maybe a static vehicle you built, or maybe a battleship or a flying vehicle, something like that. So this is an easy turret to build, cheap, simple, not many pieces. Now over here, this one is the medium section, and it's $280. It's two blocks, two barricades, three decorative pieces, and one platform piece. And then when I'm doing these the numbers for what the cost is and the items, I'm not counting the bases here, because I'm just talking about the main body of the turret here. So as I said, this one is $280. So this one is $170, this is $280, so the price is going a little higher with each increment and its size we go up. But this one's nice. It's definitely more imposing and more detailed than that one. go ahead and use this wherever you want. Maybe defending your bunker. This one looks pretty heavy, heavy duty. It could be another anti-aircraft gun as opposed to that one. This one you can make it aimed up or something like that, or it could be anti-infantry or anti-vehicle, so that's cool. Then this next one here is definitely bigger than that. This one, whereas this one maybe is like anti-infantry or something like that, this one is definitely looking more like an anti-tank weapon. Definitely much larger with the larger barrels. This one here is in the large category, what I would call it, so it's $300. It uses 2 blocks, 1 barricade, 4 decorative, and 3 platforms. So go ahead and rewind this to find out the details for each piece, because it really depends on what you want in your map. And so keep in mind how much budget each turret takes, and then how much what type of item it takes. So these are intensive on different types of objects, so I'm just laying that out for you guys. So here we have small, medium, large. This one, as I said, is $300. It's pretty good. It's cheaper than those two, so that's good, and it looks nice. It's bigger than those, so maybe you want a little more imposing feelings. Go ahead and use this one. As I said, it's anti-tank. Now here we go, extra large. This one is very big. This one is very nice. It is, however, a little more expensive. That's what you get with size. This one's $470. So it takes 2 blocks, 2 crates, and 8 decorative pieces. So the decorative pieces is where you really feel so the tightening on your budget. But go ahead, if you want to make something a little bigger, go ahead and build this this extra large piece here, because it definitely adds a lot to your map. Instead of having kind of smaller things you have to get close to appreciate, this one is definitely much larger, and you can appreciate it from a distance, and it's more of an objective in some sort of invasion game. So that's cool. So here you have small, medium, large, extra large. And well, this wouldn't be the Halo Forge Epidemic if we didn't bring you guys the next size up, which is what I would call massive. So here, this one dwarfs all those over there, and it's actually cheaper. It uses 1 platform, 5 decorative, and 1 ramp pieces, and it's $270 right here. So that's not too much, and from a distance this thing looks really big. It looks cool. That's perfect for an objective, and it's kind of like the Covenant Tyrant gun, slightly like that with this walkway cover piece, but I added decorative on top, on the sides, etc. So this one looks bigger than all the others, and it's a little cheaper. Now you may be impressed by this one compared to those, and that's cool, but take a look at that for a second. And now take a look at this. Yeah, I know. I got carried away with this thing, but it's actually, I actually love making this gun show because I discovered how to make this as I was building that. So small, medium, large, extra large. This one's massive. I would categorize this as colossal, and it's a spin-off of what you see back there, except much, much larger. Now, what you saw over here is a progression in size, and with that, a progression in cost. The amazing thing about this one, I'll give you a second to pause and guess how much you think it costs. It actually costs only $210 for this thing. So that's slightly more expensive than that rinky-dink piece over there. So for $210, you get this massive piece here. So a colossal gun right here. It takes 8 blocks, 5 ramps, and 8 platforms. So be warned, it's a little intensive on platforms, but I think it's worth it for the cost. I mean, look at that thing compared to everything else. So there we go. Small, medium, large, extra large, massive, colossal. And once again, we are the Halo Forge Epidemic, so we're going to go one step higher, and I think we're going to go epic. So what I've done here is I've lined up 3 of them. Because of the cost of that thing, $210, you can go ahead and throw these all over your map, and this looks fucking epic. Like, this is amazing. I just had fun building these, and this is actually a preview of a new invasion map I'm building where I'm using these set up like this. So take a look, take a look at this screenshot right here. This is amazing, and this is what you can achieve with what I'm showing you on the gun show. These pieces, again, are very, very cheap, and go ahead and throw them all over your map. This is actually like the perfect piece because it adds a lot of detail to your map. It's not very expensive. It's pretty hefty. It adds greatly to your theme. And also, check it out. Those in the distance, you can still tell what it looks like. You can tell it's a huge sort of anti-air gun, but the game is rendering it with, you know, the sort of fuzzy shapes and stuff, but it still looks good. So these guns are cheap you can put them all over the place, and they render very well from a distance, and they won't lag up your game too much. So go ahead and throw these guys all over the place on your map. I mean, don't overdo it, but like go ahead and add this several places on your map for invasion, maybe even an infection map or slayer map, big team battle. You can do a lot with this gun show, and you want to accompany this with all the other stuff I've been showing you guys, namely in the invasion playlist that I've showed you guys how to make a wall, antennas, bunkers, etc. Go ahead and throw on all these extra guns. You can make a massive base out of this, and again, these are very cheap, so go ahead and use this all for inspiration. I'm just glad I can show you guys this because our channel is growing. I recently saw we passed 1 million upload views, so that's incredible. This channel is growing quickly, and so we got to feed this fire, guys. So we're going to keep bringing you episodes like this where we show you amazing stuff that we've built and that we're just sharing with you guys. So I hope you appreciate this, and that's not all. Stay tuned for a little bit where I'm going to show you guys how to build the massive piece and the colossal piece, so stay tuned. Okay, so starting a new round, and I'm going to show you guys how to build those, starting with the massive piece, which is going to be over here. So whenever you want to build these guns, probably you want to throw on these platform extra larges wherever you want them. And then here, first piece you want to throw down is platform extra large, sticking up like this, and that's going to be really your central support. Then add this in the decorative section, this brace tunnel like this, sticking out at an angle. Like that. It's not necessarily any specific angle, I just freehand most of the time. Then throw on this walkway cover like that, so you get this piece here sticking out top. Then add this this incline circular ramp small piece like that. Make sure it's sticking out here so you can see it sort of has a pivot to it. Then I'm going to throw on these two struts on either side, flanking it, so that looks nice. Add some color, the glass looks pretty cool. Then what I'm going to do is up top I'm going to throw on another one to make sort of the barrel of this gun. So there you go. That's really easy. Once again, this massive piece is just $270, so go ahead and throw this onto your map. Now, moving on to the piece I know you guys all really want to see. So first, platform extra large again to be the core area. Then these two ramp extra larges on either side, flanking it like that, and then a ramp here. So not really any specific height, just kind of roughly like this. Then up top, you're going to want two platform wide larges, and for reference, you want them slightly under this blue line here. So put one like that, and another one like that. So have them cross over and have this vertical piece here be between these two lines. Now, to make the two pieces like that on the sides, you're going to start building them here. So again, platform wide larges, stick them here. And you want to do this as reference where you have these horizontal ones coming and connecting right about where this middle piece is right there. Once you have this, you want to make another one over here, and I don't have, again, I kind of freehand these. There's no real coordinate difference between these, just roughly something like this. Then in the back, I'm going to add a bridge, small piece, just to cover the back part of that. And again, no coordinates. I'm just freehanding this. It doesn't really matter. This can be rough. It's such a big structure that it can be rough. Then you go ahead and add a block. Now for reference, you want it sticking out a little bit like this, and then you want the bottom to be right at that line there. Do the same thing on the other side, and make sure there's kind of some spacing in between them. So make sure they're at the same height and angle. Then go ahead and add another pair here, and make sure they're at the same sort of horizontal angle like this. As for the height here, you can put it wherever you want. I didn't necessarily put it up to that line, I just wanted kind of some distance in between. But go ahead and do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter from a distance, it'll be fine. Then over here, just go ahead and recreate the same thing. So there you go. That is actually a really simple way to make these, and as you can see, I threw up 3 of those pretty quickly over here for your map. So yeah, once again, this is $210, so I'm going to emphasize that. That's crazy. So you can make all sorts of maps with this. Yeah, so this gun show is what you guys wanted. Hopefully it adds to sort of the celebration of the growth of this channel. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about what this channel is about. We're going to continue to grow it, bring you a lot more featured videos, etc. Make sure to check out the blog spot. that Darth Human has. I think he recently turned it into a website, so it's the www.thehaloforgeepidemic.com. So now we have our own website where we'll be posting previews, etc. Now, a bit about my role. I'm going to continue to help them make videos. I'm done with the Invasion playlist, and so what I'm going to be doing for a while is bringing you these aesthetic videos where I show you how to make a variety of different things. So this one was the gun show, and what I have made so far that Darth is holding on to and waiting to release, I'll just list those out, is how to make circuits, how to make zombie entrances, how to make an urban map, how to make a beach resort, how to make basic structures, how to make a battleship, how to make outdoor details. So that's just what we've created so far. And the whole idea behind those is to show you guys how to forge different things, and it's basically to level the playing field for forging, because a lot of the time people have great ideas but then they just kind of hit a block when they go into forge. They don't know how to build stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is bringing you guys all these different aesthetic tutorials on how to build different themes and different objects, etc. for your maps, and hopefully that'll allow you guys to accomplish what you're trying to build. So go ahead and subscribe and you'll get updates on all these different videos. And go ahead, subscribe to the blogspot, etc. And then hopefully when we get 10,000 subscribers, we'll be able to throw in some surprises and some more things that you guys want. I guess I'll throw it out now. As I've said before, I do Invasion, Infection, and Aesthetic maps, so there's a lot of positive feedback for Invasion. I will tell you now, I am much better at making Infection maps than I am at making Invasion maps, so that's something to get hyped about. I have a huge map pack, 7 Infection maps that we'll be releasing to you guys in the future, so stay tuned for Infection, how to forge tutorials, and then map features from Darth Humans and all the like. So go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys. This is Oakley HiDef signing off.